This is Loch Ness Murder, a Charlie Kingsley novella, written by Michele Pariza Wacek, narrated by Kristin James. Chapter 1.
Wait, which monster did you say you wanted to document again?
Nancy's voice floated across the lobby as I pulled open the door to the Redemption Inn, a charming bed and breakfast. It was built like a log cabin, with hardwood floors, polished oak furniture, and cozy quilts. Nancy, the owner, was one of my tea clients. She stood eyeing the two men standing in front of the check-in desk, her silver glasses perched on her nose. "The ones at Angel's Lake," said the first man eagerly, dropping his bag so he could paw through a notebook he carried under his arm. He wore an ill-fitting brown suit that matched his badly cut hair and smudged glasses.
"Oh, you mean Lockie,"
Nancy said, reaching up to adjust her hair, which was as brittle as old straw thanks to many bad perm and color jobs. The second man blinked confusedly at her. He, too, was in a rumpled suit, but his was blue, and his tie was askew, as though he had been pulling on it.
"Lockie?"
"Yeah, you know how the Loch Ness Monster is called Nessie? We call ours Lockie."
Both men just stared at her.
"That doesn't make any sense,"
Brown Suit said, his voice agitated.
"The Loch Ness Monster is called that because it lives in a loch in Scotland that's fed by the River Ness."
Now it was Nancy's turn to return the confused blinking.
"Loch? You mean a lake?"
"No, I mean a loch, although it is an old Gaelic word for lake," Brown Suit said. "It's a common misconception."
"I didn't know that," Nancy said. "You really do learn something new every day."
"But that's why the name doesn't make sense,"
Brown Suit continued, his agitation rising.
"You might as well call him Lakey."
Nancy uttered.
"And furthermore," Brown Suit continued, "this lake is called Angel's Lake, not Loch Ness. It doesn't even make sense to name a monster after a lake it doesn't even live in."
At that, he flapped his arms wildly, scattering his papers everywhere. Nancy stared at him, clearly torn as to whether she should help him pick up his papers or just change the subject.
Well, you make a good point. Unfortunately, I didn't have anything to do with the naming convention of our local Loch Ness, lake monster."
"It's important to accurately identify creatures so you can refer to them by their proper name."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?